Money has always been the foundation of human civilization. From shells and salt to gold and paper bills, currency shaped trade, empires, and culture itself. But what if money was never physical? What if, from the very beginning, it existed only as numbers, stored and transferred digitally? In this alternate timeline, human history would look very different, faster, more connected, but perhaps also more fragile. Chapter 1. No coins, no gold, only code. In our reality, coins and precious metals shaped entire economies. Gold fueled conquests and paper money allowed empires to grow. But in a purely digital system from the start, these physical foundations would not exist. Ancient civilizations might still trade, but not with coins. Instead, networks of digital ledgers, perhaps tied to energy or resources, would replace the clinking of silver and gold. Power would shift from kings and merchants who controlled mines to those who controlled technology. Chapter 2. The Rise of Digital Empires. Imagine the Roman Empire not minting coins but controlling digital credits. Taxes would be collected instantly, soldiers paid in real time, and trade routes monitored through secure ledgers. Instead of armies guarding gold reserves, the most valuable weapon would be control over information. Wars might be fought not only with swords, but with code, ancient versions of hacking and sabotage. The strength of a civilization would be measured not in tons of metal, but in the strength of its networks. Chapter 3. The Acceleration of Globalization. One of the biggest effects of digital money would be speed. No caravans transporting coins, no ships carrying gold across oceans. Trade would become almost instantaneous, centuries before the internet. The Silk Road might evolve into a global digital network, with merchants from China to Europe exchanging credits instantly. This could collapse the barriers of distance and time, making globalization a reality thousands of years earlier. Chapter 4. The Price of Control. But a world of digital money from the beginning also raises dark possibilities. Who controls the system? In ancient times, perhaps only kings and emperors. Ordinary people would be locked into centralized systems, unable to trade outside of state networks. Corruption could spread faster as rulers manipulate digital ledgers to rewrite history. And without physical money to hide under mattresses, rebellion would be much harder. Control over money would mean total control over society. Chapter 5. No banking evolution, only tech power. Banks as we know them might never exist. Instead of vaults filled with gold, power would lie in those who manage the digital infrastructure. The Medici family of Renaissance Italy, famous for their banking empire, might instead be early pioneers of cryptography or secure record-keeping. The entire financial system would look more like today's blockchain than medieval bookkeeping. But what happens when that system fails? A corrupted ledger in the year 1200 could crash an entire economy overnight. Chapter 6. Crashes, cyber wars, and fragility. If money was always digital, societies would face vulnerabilities much earlier. Empires could collapse not from famine or plague, but from system failures. A corrupted code, an erased ledger, or deliberate sabotage could wipe out wealth in seconds. By the 1800s, instead of industrial wars over land and coal, nations might fight global data wars, where hacking determines victory more than cannons. Chapter 7. The future arrives too early. By the 20th century, humanity in this alternate timeline would already resemble a cyberpunk reality. Without centuries of coins and paper, people would have grown up in a world where everything, wages, savings, taxes, existed in invisible numbers. The transition to computers, the internet, and blockchain would happen centuries earlier, pushing humanity into the digital age much faster. But was society ready for that speed? Would we have lost something in the process, like trust, independence, and resilience? What do you think? Would a world without coins and cash be better or worse? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to explore more what-if alternate realities with Parallel Reality X.